Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ring for the heavy metal heavyweight championship belt. Tonight, in one of the most epic arenas in music history, three massive monsters from the smoky streets of East London are at each other's throats. In one corner, Phantom of the Opera, the forefather of progressive metal, adorned with the raw energy of 1980. In the other corner, the instrumental brutality Genghis Khan, descending upon us like an unstoppable army. And in the final corner, the holy scripture of metal music, the cry of a soul trembling before the firing squad, Hallowed be thy name. Today, we are not just listening to songs. We are witnessing a bloody clash of three great epics that defined the destiny of the genre. Buckle up, because in this match, there is no mercy, only pure steel. In the first round, the power of lyrics collides. Phantom of the Opera drives us to the brink of madness by combining Gaston Leroux's dark corridors with Paul Di'Anno's streetwise delivery. It's a drama. It's a theater. On the other hand, Genghis Khan, despite being instrumental, screams the story of war, blood, and conquest in every note, a massacre that needs no words. But there is a giant standing tall in the center of the ring. Hallowed be thy name. The philosophical struggle of a man facing death. That existential pain heard when saying, Hallowed be thy name. This is not just a lyric. It's a manifesto of life and death. Hallowed sends its opponents to the gallows with its lyrical depth. Now, it's time for Tactical Genius. The multi-part structure of Phantom of the Opera is the first great explosion of Steve Harris's musical vision. It's the dance of classical literature with metal. Genghis Khan brings to life the ruthlessness of history's greatest conqueror in the drum beats and that legendary gallop rhythm. It's an assault of speed and strategy. However, when Hallowed Be Thy Name merged with Bruce Dickinson's vocals in that dark atmosphere of 1982, it ceased to be a reference point and became a standard. When those bells start tolling, time stops. Hallowed feeds not from the dusty pages of history, but from the deepest fears of the human soul, cornering its opponents with this universality. And the knockout blow arrives. Musical production and technical skill are speaking in the ring, while the aggressive tempo of Genghis Khan and the complex transitions of Phantom are immense. Hallowed Be Thy Name is a compositional marvel. The way those solos follow one another, the gradual increase in tempo, and that final explosion point. It's not a song, it's a heavyweight masterpiece. The winner is clear. The champion remains. The pinnacle of metal music, Hallowed Be Thy Name, sweeps its opponents out of the ring with its grand finale. Tonight, victory belongs to that immortal melody standing tall in the face of death. When Phantom of the Opera enters the ring, it brings with it that raw and wild energy of 1980. This progressive monster, brought to life by Di'Anno's vocals, makes its opponent's head spin with its complex structure. This is metal theater. Genghis Khan needs no words. It descends upon us like a cavalry army with that famous gallop rhythm. Speed, rage, and pure musical talent. It's impossible to stand against this instrumental assault. Yes, friends, we have reached the end of this bloody duel. The mystery of Phantom of the Opera and the fury of Genghis Khan were not enough today, because they faced a monument like Hallowed Be Thy Name. Among these three giant works of the Maiden discography, the winner who emerged from the ring covered in blood and glory was undoubtedly Hallowed Be Thy Name. But what do you think? Do you believe the progressive genius of Phantom of the Opera, the uncontrollable rage of Genghis Khan, or the philosophical epicness of Hallowed Be Thy Name is the true power that makes Maiden who they are? Who is the winner on your scorecard? Let's discuss this massive battle in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow this metal